Kevin, it's great to see you again, first of
all.
You
as well, Kelly.
What made you kind of go this route, looking for AI names that weren't already bid up, but then this one's done as well as NVIDIA?
Yeah, Kelly, I think it's fair to say that AI is the new hot dot on Wall Street. But much like that dot-com craze back in the 2000s, investors should be very leery and do their own due diligence before jumping into the investment waters of this emerging yet transformative technology. So within our own Smart Trust Technology Revolution Trust, 2 names met our selection criteria that are embracing AI for their own unique solutions.
What are the selection criteria, which I assume is weeding out kind of anything super expensive or maybe not?
Yeah, we look at valuations, we look at cash on their balance sheet, low levels of debt, and a history of actually growing their earnings. A lot of these transformative early stage technology don't have revenues. We want those that actually have revenues, are profitable, and have sustainability. So the 2 names that we like, NICE Limited and Opera Limited, as you just mentioned earlier, both ADRs, so they're international names, allowing you to give some diversification to your U.S. stock portfolio.
So let's talk about Opera first. We already mentioned it. Tell me again, a Norwegian browser, what do they do?
Yeah, so they're a smaller cap name, about 1.7 in market cap. They actually provide a native web browser focused on AI. It's called Aria. How appropriate for a company named Opera to actually have a product named Aria.
Could we use it in the U.S., or is this a niche international product?
Well, right now it's a niche international product. They do pay an attractive dividend yield already. They have an attractive balance sheet, and we believe that this is the very same type of capabilities that Baidu is developing with their ErnieBot solution.
What about, for instance, when Chrome starts to integrate this, or obviously what Microsoft and Bing have done? Most people have said, I want to play AI through those names because if something goes wrong, if the market isn't what it is, they can't disintermediate themselves. So we'll just stick with these, big platform companies.
The only thing I would say, Kelly, is you're going to be more than one winner in the AI race. If I'm going to put my chips in one area right now, certainly Microsoft has got a head start in everybody. Tons of cash on their balance sheet. Their investment, their multi-billion-dollar investment in ChatGPT is just one example of their commitment to the AI space. But don't forget about IBM either. They have a yield of over 5%. They just announced an acquisition earlier this week, $4.6 billion of cash on hand of Apptio. They continue to transform themselves into a provider of AI solutions.
Stephanie Linked liked that name, too. I liked that deal. And IBM has really been a turnaround play lately. The other international name you brought us is NICE, headquartered in Israel, $13 billion company. What's the AI play here?
So they're using AI in their own unique solutions around financial crime and compliance solutions. So very niche-y, of course, but dedicated to AI, strong balance sheet, and yet another example of a company that's using AI to actually grow their revenues and we think compete and provide sustainability.
Do you hedge FX when you invest internationally so that you don't have the risk of strengthening dollar as a headwind, or does that just kind of multiply the risk factor?
It's a great question. So these are both American depository risks, so you actually strip out the currency-related risk associated with them. And I have to suggest to all the investors watching right now, for those that are concerned that U.S. stocks are a little rich right here, maybe start diversifying overseas and take advantage of a weak dollar.
What else, when you look towards the back half of the year, are you kind of chasing the areas that have performed well so far, or are you fading them, being a little bit more defensive?
I think you have to be very wary of what the Fed does next. I do believe if they were to stop right here, raise rates no more, they could engineer a relatively soft landing. If they do commit to 2 more rate hikes by the end of this year, well, then this could be a little bit of a deeper recession where you'd want to play a little bit more defensive.
What about those who say, come on, another quarter point, half point? What does that really matter?
I would take the flip side of that and say, why even raise by another quarter point? We haven't even seen what the 500 basis points in rate hikes have done to the economy just yet, and I think they've done enough.
Fair enough. Kevin, great to have you here today.
My
President
pleasure,
and CIO of Hennion Walsh Asset Management.